Well, girls, this is where it all began back in 1997, Greenway Park in London. Back then, this was just an open field. Amanda, tell us what you know about the history of the Saturn Playground.
Well, I know lots of kids in London, including myself, who've had lots of safe fun here over the years. And I especially remember my friend Emily and I volunteered at the White Oaks Playground.
I like going to play at every Saturn Playground Grandma takes me to.
We built most of these before you were even born, Abby. All you have to do is play.
Well, since you were either very young or weren't even thought of yet, let's get into a little bit of the history.
History, Grandpa? We were supposed to look at pictures.
Be patient, Rachel.
Here we go. The Saturn Playground has many times been called a one-day miracle for being built from the sand up in just one day. Grandma and I helped build the first Saturn Playground in one day in Franklin, Tennessee back in 1994. We worked alongside other retailers from all over North America, as well as the president of Saturn, on our hands and knees, and it was a miracle to think we completed that massive project in just one day. The feelings we experienced at the end of that day, when hundreds of happy children burst onto that playground, were impossible to put into words, as we could barely hold back the tears of joy. So you know what?
What, Grandpa?
So the next year, we started making plans to bring some of those smiles to the thousands of kids in Canada, as one of Canada's largest corporate thank yous. I had the privilege to serve on the Marketing Association that made that happen. Although this was a national event, it became the strongest right here in London, thanks to hundreds of Saturn owners, team members, neighbors, and city officials who enthusiastically worked as a team to build the playgrounds for 12 consecutive years.
That sounds like a lot of work, Grandpa.
A lot of money too, Rachel. As combined efforts of this group of customers, team members, and the city from 1997 to 2008 helped facilitate the site preparation and equipment for over $750,000 in playgrounds.
That's a lot.
Yes, Amanda, but many hands make light work. Let's look at some of them now.
Let's see the pictures.
I remember the first one at Greenway Park the best. I helped cut the ribbon with Grandma and the mayor.
Where was I?
You were there too, Rachel.
Where was I, Grandpa?
You weren't even thought of yet, Abby. Greenway was the first wheelchair-accessible playground in London, and Tammy and Timmy from Easter Seal Society were the first kids on the playground.
Other kids came by the busloads.
We had a coloring contest too. Dale's daughter, Beth Magnus, who was 8 years old at the time, won second place and now drives a Saturn View.
We wrote and sang the Saturn Playground song for the first time that year.
At Kiwanis Park, we had lots of press coverage. It really focused on the playground being born in a day.
The London firefighters had a fire engine there for the kids too.
And Uncle Tom brought the Faithfield Puppeteers.
The Prince Charles Public School choir sang, and we all had a piece of London's largest cake.
At Gibbons Park, the city officials were real star volunteers. City Councilor Bud Paulhill helped out at every playground. He teamed up with Free Press Wheels editor Claire Deere to win the Saturn Road Rally Celebrity Challenge.
We had a great group of volunteer builders and cooks at the barbecue.
Great-Grandma Kuchar and Great-Grandma Collins helped serve over 800 pieces of cake.
They did a fantastic job. Man, that was great cake.
At White Oaks Park, we had a lot of familiar faces volunteering that year.
My friend Emily and I helped bring luncheon for the volunteers.
And Grandma and Grandpa, too.
We worked till after dark to get it finished.
Circle of Friends from St. Thomas sang Okanda.
And Mary went in the dunk tank.
White Oaks was the first year for the Saturn Tuners Car Show. The grand opening was a huge success.
Basil Grover on Warncliffe Road marked the 10th anniversary of the Collins family building playgrounds in London.
Always made possible by all the volunteers, customers, and friends working hard and giving to others while having fun in the process.
It was a huge party with face painting and all sorts of games for the kids.
I had so much fun getting my face painted.
Centennial Park in Lambeth was a year we changed from sand to wood chips.
That's a lot of wood chips.
Yes, but many hands make light work.
We had so many great volunteers turning mud and grass into fun.
I loved the mini motorcycles and the clowns made everything fun.
Elvis and the Blues Brothers made their London debut, and they were the finishing touches to a great weekend.
And all the folks in Lambeth were so grateful for their new playground.
On behalf of all the Collins family and team members, a big thank you to all our supporters and volunteers who've helped us over the years. Thanks again, and enjoy the evening. Let's have our big I say for family fun.
1, 2, 3.
I say, family fun!